Well, hello my darlings and welcome. Today on our channel, I am going to show you how to create this Mardi Gras umbrella to be sure that when you join this year's festivities, you will stand out in the crowd. Stay tuned. For this project, you will need an umbrella, 2 full-length boas. You will need some crystal garlands, any crystal garland of your choice. I'm using these that are left over from a project. You will also need some stringed beads. You will also need some wooden Fleur de Lises. This is what they look like, but I actually bought the smaller set, which I have outside drying because I spray painted them red. And if you choose to follow my pattern, you will also need some cherry red paint. And of course, we will need our handy dandy tools. And today, we are also going to be working with needle and thread. Let's get crafting. So the first thing we're going to have to do is place our boa all the way around our umbrella. And to do this, we are going to be using needle and thread today. Now, as you just saw, I took the end of my boa and I looped it around the first spoke of my umbrella. And now what I am doing is I'm taking my needle and thread and I'm making 2 tacks, one on the right side of that spoke, and I'm knotting those tacks, and then I'm going to go in on the left side of that spoke, making those 2 tacks as well and knotting them. Now that white piece that you're seeing sticking out there, that white piece of rope, is the foundation of the boa. And when I'm finished placing the boa all the way around the umbrella, I will come back and cut that excess white piece off so that it is not visible in our project. So now, as you can see, I've knotted my last tack and I'm cutting it all the way to the end so that none of that black thread is hanging out on our umbrella. Once I have done that, it is simply going to be a matter of stretching out that boa to the next spoke, making sure not to pull it too taut, just to make sure that there is some give so that we're not stretching the spokes of the umbrella, or rather pulling them too close together. And once I have found my placement, I'm just going to follow that same pattern of making 2 tacks on the right side of my spoke, knotting it, making 2 tacks on the left side of my spoke and knotting it and cutting off that excess thread. When I'm finished with this spoke, of course, I'm going to continue this process going all the way around. And then what I will do in addition, just to make sure that that boa is attached securely to our umbrella, I will go in and I will place 1 tack in the middle of the 2 spokes, just to make sure that that boa does not hang down excessively. So I'm going to continue this going all the way around, and then I'll be back to tell you what our next step is. So now that our boa has been affixed to our umbrella all the way around, it is now time to decorate our spokes. And to do this, I am going to use some beaded strings from the Dollar Tree. And of course, creativity is the key here. If you would like to use ribbon, or if you would like to use diamond wrap, or if you would like to use pearls, it is entirely up to you. But all I'm doing right here to affix these beads to the spokes of my umbrella is using my hot glue gun. Now mind you, I have this is my high temperature hot glue gun, and what I did to get it to a tepid temperature is I unplugged it. Please do not use your glue gun on high heat to do this, because you may run the risk, depending on the makeup of your umbrella, burning a hole in it. And so just using your glue gun on warm, placing it on the seam of that spoke and pressing in your beads, your ribbon, your pearls, whatever it is you decide to use, until you get to the bottom. Once you have gotten to the bottom of that spoke and you have some excess, it is simply going to be a matter of cutting off that excess and making sure that that last bead has been engaged with the glue. Once it has, you cut off your excess, and then you are free to continue this same pattern going all the way, or process rather, going all the way around the other 7 spokes. So I will get that done and then I'll be back. So now that we have decorated all of our spokes with our Mardi Gras beads, it is now time to decorate our panels. And to do this, I am simply going to use 8 of these fleur-de-lises to place on each panel. And how I am going to attach these is, of course, by using my hot glue gun on tepid or warm heat. We do not want that glue gun to be set to high heat. And once I have placed my glue on the back of my fleur-de-lis, I am going to position it where I want it to be, and that middle crease is going to help me to keep it centered. And once I have done that, it is simply going to be a matter of if I want to place them in each section or if I want to alternate sections. So now that we have placed all of our fleur-de-lises in each section of our umbrella, we are now going to tack our acrylic gems. Now I'm going to place an acrylic string rather in the middle of each panel to line up with my fleur-de-lis. And to do this, I am simply going to make a tack with my needle and thread, in my umbrella, and then I'm going to place my crystal garland in the same place where I made that tack. Once I have found the placement of my crystal garland, I am going to loop it around again so that the neck of that crystal garland will be transfixed by the thread. And once I have done that, maybe 2 or 3 times, I will then knot it to ensure that that crystal garland is not going to go anywhere. And once I have knotted it, I will cut off any excess thread that there is, so that when you're looking at the umbrella, you're not seeing any threads dangling here or there. And once I'm finished with this one, of course, I will continue this process 7 more times, placing 7 more garlands in the middle of my sections. When I'm finished with this, I will be back to show you what our finished project looks like. Well, here you have it, my darlings, our Mardi Gras umbrella. It sure looks as if we are ready to get our party started. I think my favorite aspect of this project is going to be, or rather would have to be, how well all of these colors come together. The green of the umbrella itself juxtaposed to the fuchsias, the blues, the purples of the Mardi Gras beads and our feather boas, and then with just a little bit of iridescence and prismatic action going on from our dangling crystals. I think, my loves, once again we nailed this. Now, of course, if you wanted to enhance the look or the feel or even the cost of this umbrella, you could add more feather boas to this to give it a fuller look on the edges or on the spokes. Instead of using the beads from Dollar Tree, you could use diamond wrap or you could use trimming from your local sewing and notion store, or you could even use ribbon. On the other hand, if you were preparing these umbrellas for a large party of your family and friends that were traveling with you to New Orleans for Mardi Gras, you could also take this down a notch by getting all of your supplies from the Dollar Tree. Of course, my loves, my darlings, everything that I share with you is just a template, and so the sky is the limit and the possibilities are endless for how you would love or would like to make this project your own. And so if you have liked this project, please be sure to give this video a thumbs up, as well as leave me a comment in the comment section below. Please let me know what you would do to make this your own, what you like about this project, what you would change about it. I would love to hear from you. To my Danny's darlings, as usual and as always, it has been a pleasure crafting with you guys today. I thank you for all of the questions, the comments, the love, the encouragement. Please know that it is not wasted. For those of you who may have stumbled across our channel today and you have liked what you have seen, please be sure likewise to like the video, as well as leave a comment and consider subscribing today so that you may be able to get additional content of DIY materials. And if you do subscribe today, please be sure to click that notification button so that whenever a video is published, you will be one of the first to know. And so, my darlings, I want to take this time to thank you for tuning in today, and I say to you, until next time, please, please, please take care of yourselves for me. Know that I love you all. Bye now.